I'm going to show you how to incorporate the certificate widget into a project. And along the way, we're going to cover variables and how they interact with that widget. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of my slides panel, and I'll select this last slide. Now notice that I've already added a button that's going to take my learners to the next slide. And I'm going to insert a blank slide. And on that slide, I'm going to insert the widget. So to do that, I'm going to come over here to my widgets tool, click Add Widgets, and I'm going to select Certificate. As with all widgets, you're going to get some design options. So over on the right side of the screen, and I'm talking part of Visual Properties, I'm going to click on each of these designs to see if there's one that I like. I kind of like that one right there. Everything about this widget is customizable. For instance, I'm going to replace the placeholder logo with an image on my computer. So I'll click the placeholder logo. On the visual properties, I'm going to click Replace Image. That image is on my system, so I'll click System. And from my Images folder, I've got my logo right here, and I'll just open it. The text on the screen, I can change that. I'm going to leave this placeholder text alone, but of course I could change it as well. Now I do want to call attention to earlier in my project, slide number 2. I have an input box. That input box is associated with a variable I created called learner name. And you create those variables over on your project properties, the gear here next to variables, and you can make your variables by clicking this plus sign. I made this variable called learner name, and again, I associated that variable with that input box. Now, what's that going to lead to? Well, learner types their name here. Their name will show up on slide number 3 where I've referenced the variable. I'm going to reference that variable on my certificate widget. So I'm going to scroll down to that slide. I'm going to highlight the current variable reference. I want to be clear, I could have used that LMS learner name variable on my slide number 2. That variable does come with Captivate, but I wanted to make my own. So how do I reference that variable in this box? I'll type $2, so $. That brings up the variable list. I'll select my learner name variable. At this point, should my learner type their name on that slide number 2, the name's going to show up throughout the project, and when they get to the certificate, the name's going to show up here as well. Notice there is a variable in the for completing area, and it's calling a variable called LMS course name. I want to show you where you set that course name. I'm going to go to the Edit menu. I'm going to choose Preferences. I'm going to select Quizzing. I'm going to select Reporting. I'm going to click Configure. And in the course title, I'm going to add the word Training here. And I'll click OK. Let's see how this plays out. I'm going to scroll up and select slide number 1. Now this project does include audio, but I'm not going to play the audio. I'll just move through the project as quickly as I can. I'll click Preview. I'll click Next. I'll type my name. I'll click Next. And I'm just going to move through the lesson now. I'm going to answer the quiz questions. This is a random quiz. Which of the following is not considered a PPE? A belt. Nailed it. Safety is optional. Oh, that's false. Submit. Nailed it again. There's my quiz results. I'll press continue. Get my certificate. I love it. Give it a try on your own. Let me know how it goes for you.